4 weeks, I'm not sure which, but we've been doing our fall program, Camp Sunshine. And everything's been about the outdoors. Now, how many of you know anything about deer hunting? Let me see your hand. A little bit this morning about deer hunting. And I'm going to use some scriptures this morning that I hope will be a help to you. He said, see then that you walk. Are y'all looking at that next word? That's a big word. Circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. I put my deer stand up in this big old pine tree. And I sat there and I waited for those deer. Now, buddy, I had on camouflage from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head, real tree camo up one side and down the other. I had my bow hanging beside the tree. I'm ready. I'm ready. There's no way this can go wrong. I'm fixing to put meat in the freezer. This big mama deer started coming down that trail, and I began to watch her, and the Holy Spirit spoke to my heart. You know what she was doing? She was eating acorns. But Brother Allen, here's what she'd do. She would put her head down, and she'd get an acorn in her mouth, and she'd start go. She'd bend down, get another acorn. She'd go and get another acorn. And the Holy Spirit said, she's walking circumspectly.
Yes, amen, brother.
She's going on with her life. She's doing the things that she has to do, but she's paying attention. She's always on the lookout for danger. But coming up behind this mama deer is this little baby deer. And he's not yet learned to walk circumspectly. And he's just flopping around and playing, kicking up his heels and having a big time eating acorns. He ain't looking at nothing. But mama deer's coming down that trail. She's eating her acorns, looking every which way. And buddy, she gets to where my deer stand is. She's eating those acorns, and I've got my bow in my hand. I'm fixing to nail her. I mean, I'm like a statue. I'm not even breathing. She starts eating them acorns. She didn't look around. She didn't look sideways. She didn't look back. She went right dead in my eyeball. I'm 30 feet in the air. I've got on real tree camo. From the top of my head to the sole of my feet, I'm supposed to be invisible. Y'all can't even see me, can you? If I was in the woods, you couldn't. But buddy, she did. You know why? Because she was walking circumspectly. She was going about her business as she did every day, but right in her path, where she had to travel. The devil ain't going to be where you ain't going. He's going to be waiting on you at that high school. He's going to be waiting on you at that middle school. He's going to be waiting on you in that elementary school. He's looking for you. Her boyfriend was following her down the trail. And you know what? He wasn't looking in every direction. He wasn't walking circumspectly. All he was thinking about was her. While she's staring up in that tree at me, he's got his eyes dead locked on her. He's thinking about love. She's thinking about death. He's thinking about a relationship, and she's sensing and seeing danger. But he never looked. Now listen to me carefully. Do you know what that cost him? Do you have any idea?
His life.
His life. What he didn't know, while he thought everything was cool and everything was just fine and everything's going great, hey man, that's when the devil will hit you.
Yes.
When you think everything's fine and you think everything's cool and ain't nothing going to happen, it happens to everybody else, but it won't happen to you. What he didn't know was that redneck was in that tree. While he was looking at her, I was looking at him. She goes off down the trail. He starts trotting along behind her, but all of a sudden, while he's trotting along chasing his girlfriend, he goes, oh, what's that in my side? Is that blood coming out from me? And he starts to wobble like this. And finally it dawns on him, somebody shot me. He said, oh, I can't hardly breathe. The end of Bucky. Why? Because he did not learn to walk circumspect. They're children of God or they're children of the devil. Now listen, if you've been saved, you are a child of God. But if you've never been saved, you're still a child of the devil. But listen to me. There's good news this morning. Jesus wants to adopt you today. He'll take you away from the devil and make you his own child.